You're watching Talk of the Town on Cambridge Cable TV 2 and a new Concord on Orbit TV 9.
Coming up on this edition of the show, we'll meet Dr. Bill Kumler, a new physician with Superior Med, Southeastern Med. We'll find out about the upcoming Grand Holiday Ball from Roberta Holmes and Jane Moore, and the spotlight is on Cambridge City Schools when I talk with Superintendent Dan Coffman. It's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. You look behind me, it's a typical fall Ohio day. But the colors pop, that's what you always say. I know. You know, it's always exciting and it's always good for your community when you hear of new doctors relocating into the community. And we have one such doctor here today. That's Dr. Bill Kumler, who is with Superior Med and Southeastern Med. Good to have you to the area. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You've been here for a little while, but really you are fairly new to the area, are you not?
Yes. Just moved up to the area from Maysville, Kentucky.
Give us your background. I know it's extensive. You and I have been talking here, and it's like, wow, it is extensive.
Yes, well, I grew up in Bexley, Ohio, spent my summers out in our family farm in Baltimore, Ohio, and from there I went to college at Wesleyan University, and then from there, University of Cincinnati for medical school. Did my orthopedic training at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and then came back and joined my dad in group practice in Columbus, Ohio, Mount Carmel, and I practiced at Mount Carmel and Children's Hospital for 10 years, taught residents, taught medical students, and really enjoyed it. But I had a very broad practice, and my partners were approaching retirement, a little more senior, and so my wife and I were looking to slow the pace down and spend more time with our kids, and we found a great opportunity in Maysville, Kentucky, and went down there to a small town and really enjoyed it down there. Coached my kids in basketball and soccer and all sorts of sports, and got to spend more time with them. But we were looking for an opportunity for my wife to get back into pediatrics as the kids got older, and we were hoping to get closer to home, and we found this great opportunity up here in Cambridge, and we jumped on it, and it looked like a great place to come practice and kind of do what I like to do.
It's got to be exciting that your wife is also in that field and that she's had the opportunity now to get back into practice at.
Yes, she's very excited. I can see her energy up. She's a great pediatrician, and I'm biased, but yeah, she's outstanding. And,
well, you're supposed to be.
Yes, exactly. She does a great job with the kids. Wonderful.
You know, and you've kind of touched on that, but the question is, why did you choose to come here?
We liked this region because we liked a small town in Maysville, and we were looking for kind of this smaller town setting. And my strengths are that I do a little bit of everything. I do total knees, total hips, I do hand, I do basically pediatrics all the way up to geriatrics. I had a lot of experience at Children's Hospital, so I can take care of all different ages, and these small towns are kind of the perfect fit for what we do.
Exactly. What was your time like at Children's Hospital? That had to be very rewarding.
It was. I spent 10 years there teaching residents, medical students, did sports medicine there. With the sports medicine team, and also took care of all sorts of fractures. Became very familiar with the specialists there, so if they needed scoliosis or cerebral palsy surgery or dysplastic hip surgery, I would send it on to the specialists there. And I got to work with them for 10 years and loved it. It was a great experience.
Do you enjoy working with sports medicine?
Yes, I do. I've spent many years doing sports medicine. I started when I was a resident in Washington, D.C., working for high school there and covering a team, and then helped my sports medicine attending covering the college teams, and we had a couple. One of the most interesting teams I covered was Model High School. It's a school for the deaf.
Wow.
And it was a whole new experience for me, covering football players, and didn't realize how they did it because they can't go by the count.
Sure.
You can't go by the sound, so they have a big bass drum on the sideline, and they beat it so they can feel the vibration, and it actually gave them an advantage because they would feel the vibration delayed, so they'd go a half-second delayed on the sound, and so the other team who was hearing may not have been able to quite pick up that count. But also it leads to a little different injuries. Sometimes they'll get blindsided because they don't hear someone coming.
Yeah.
So, but it was a great experience and great to participate.
It's amazing how folks can overcome difficulties and be very, very productive. Isn't
Oh,
that an
very
amazing
much.
thing?
It is. It was great to watch. It was great to see.
Well, did you set out to? I know you're very diversified. You're well versed in many different things. Did you set out initially to do that, or is that something that you just, as you went along, you started to broaden your horizons and take on more of these things?
Well, generally when you train in orthopedics, you kind of train diverse. And as I was training, I didn't feel like there was one thing I wanted to just focus on, only that one thing. I really enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed doing knee replacements, enjoyed doing hip replacements, rotator cuff surgery, sports medicine. So as I went along in training, I decided, I don't want to do a fellowship, because I felt a fellowship would lead me to maybe getting marginally better in something because my training was so strong, but I would get rusty on everything else. So that's why I came out and wanted to practice, knowing that I could go back and do a fellowship later if I decided. So yeah, it's something I just, from the get-go, enjoyed doing and continued to develop. And when I came to Columbus, working at Children's allowed me to continue to expand my pediatric experience.
This is the first time we've ever met, and just from listening to you, you enjoy medicine, don't you?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, in orthopedics is nice because it's a problem that's usually fixable. Most things you can get in there and the patients, they're down, they're frustrated. Most things that happen in orthopedics are sudden. You might have a car accident, might have fallen off a ladder and unanticipated. Mm-hmm. But it's once they come in and you can explain to them, well, there are ways we can fix this, and some need surgery. A lot of things don't need surgery. Some folks come to the orthopedist afraid that they've been sent by their primary care that they're going to have surgery.
Sure.
Well, you explain to the problem, and a lot of the problems have options. And that's kind of my philosophy. It's patient decision, and my job is to give them what their options are with potential consequences. And then we make a decision together of what will help them achieve what they want to do going forward.
That gives people a lot more peace of mind, knowing that I might not have to have surgery.
Yes. Okay. No, it is amazing how many patients think that they were sent there for surgery, and when they find out, oh, wait, I have another option. It is. Yeah. It's not always an option to go without surgery, but that's what we go over and why you might want to have surgery in certain situations.
Well, we are out of time, and again, you're accepting new patients?
Yes, accepting new patients, and practice is open for anyone to come in. Just give us a call. I'm new enough. I still don't have my number memorized, but
that's okay.
You can get hold of me through Southeastern Medical Center and Superior Med.
All right, Dr. Bill Kumler, thank you so much. Welcome to the area, and thanks for coming on our show today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to be back with Roberta and Jane right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching Talk of the Town. The American Historic Heritage Society is going to present the Grand Holiday Ball. It's coming up on November 18th. And here to tell us all about it, we have Jane Moore and Roberta Holmes. Good to see you guys.
Yes.
Okay, first things first, explain the hats. This is different.
These are steampunk. And
Steampunk.
This is steampunk, yes. It's a very popular thing throughout the world, actually. And they make the caricatures of the hats, like this is Mad Hatter kind. And she has a little fascinator here that's...
And it's called a fascinator.
A fascinator.
That's fascinating. Yes. That fascinator. Well, that's cool. I've never seen those before.
Yeah, I thought I'd get dressed up and do a little steampunk myself.
So this would be steampunk look?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the boots and the high skirts, because they didn't wear high skirts back there, unless, of course, you were a dance hall girl. But
so are you a dance hall girl?
No.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to get that, because I thought those are fascinating, especially the fascinator. I could go on and on and on with this. Let's talk about the Grand Holiday Ball.
Oh, yes, it's coming up fast. We need people to get their reservations in right away, please. You need to get in touch with Bygone Eras on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, or you can call our number, 740-435-0400. Put in your reservations. You don't have to pay right now. You can pay at the door. We just need your name and that you're coming and how many, so that we know how much food to prepare.
Sure, you always need to know that.
Yeah, we have to have a count. We can go maybe 3 to 5 either way, but we need to know.
Okay.
So if you think you're going to come, please call us.
Okay, and Roberta, where's it going to be, and what's it all going to be about?
Okay, it's going to be at the Eagles Club here, or reception hall, on 1913 Wheeling Avenue. The hours are from 7 to 11. We have the social dance club here in town that will lead us with the dances, and they're very good about kind of explaining the various different steps, the history behind it. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of the American side of what was going on in England.
Okay.
Only this is kind of going back a few years.
Okay. And of course it is going to be a period event. You guys are going to be dressed up. Can other folks dress up too?
Oh, please.
Absolutely.
We really want them to.
How can they find costumes somewhere?
I hope so. There's lots of different costume places, but we have one here right in Cambridge, Bygone Eras, and we'll fix you up. All you have to do is tell us when you make your reservation, and we need sizes and stuff like that, and we'll get it all prepared, and you can come in and pick up your costume.
Yeah, and it's dressing up like that in the period pieces, something that you don't do every day. It's one of those events to where you can really have some fun with it, can't you?
Oh,
right.
Yes.
You can, but my dress that I have on today, it's one that I wear to church.
And that's a beautiful dress.
So, it's not a situation you have to go extreme and go out and buy a dress or something like that. But you'd be surprised what you got in your closet, really.
Did you have, like, yours is very colorful, yours is pretty, chromatic. Mm-hmm. Did you have the variety back then?
Oh yes, they liked color a lot because things were so drab. When you think of how cold it was and everything, and they'd wear layers and layers and layers, and so women decided to make them pretty, and the guys got very dandified, and their cravats and their bow ties and the top hats, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's just really neat to see how they made the best of their lives, and patchwork was a lot of the work here in America, and they do the patchwork vests and skirts and stuff like that. And the little kids would run around in the leftovers from years before. They'd patch them all together in colorful patterns, and on their beds and everything. So
and the galas and the parties were very important to them, were they not?
Absolutely.
Was a lot of it a social thing?
Yes.
I think a lot of it was social because, let's face it, a lot of times they were some distance from each other. So this was kind of a great way of having a gathering and seeing, all their friends and family members, maybe, whatnot. So it was very important to them.
Other things, you're going to have a brief auction as well?
Yes, we've gotten some wonderful donations from all of our local businesses, and they they've been so generous. It's unbelievable.
They always are.
Oh, yes.
They always are.
And we really like to thank them for that again and again and again. But we have an auction of the things. We put baskets together of related stuff, and we've got golf weekends and everything this time. And it's going to be, we try to keep it brief, half an hour, 45 minutes. We have an auctioneer, and then we're going to have some stuff that we're going to raffle off. Okay. Some little things, and we try, like I said, we try to make it very brief and not interfere too much with
things. Yeah.
Right. And then the food's there, and if you don't want to bid on things, you don't have to bid on things. But we'd really like it if you do.
Well, and again, this is a fundraiser that helps you put this on year after year after year.
Right.
Am I correct?
Right.
Yes.
And it helps us with fees for other events that we have coming up in the future and stuff. And as she said, we will have a light, more of a finger food buffet. Okay. And we have cash bar and
don't
light,
forget the cash bar.
light drinks.
And we're just about out of time, but again, how can folks get tickets, information, that kind of thing?
All right, you need to call Bygone Era's Costume Shop here in Cambridge, Ohio, and the number is 740-435-0400.
Okay.
And we kind of have a cutoff date of the 14th. Okay. So please hurry up and get your little names and stuff.
All right.
in, please.
Well, make sure we're out of time. Make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be a wonderful event. And thank you, Jane Moore and Roberta Holmes, for coming in and tell us all about it. Much success with the holiday ball.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys look marvelous, by the way. Hey, back with more Talk of the Town right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. U.S. Bank is the fifth largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Hey, welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're coming to you, as always, from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge, and we really appreciate you tuning in. We do. Dan Coffman is the superintendent of Cambridge City Schools. Always a pleasure to have him on because we learn so much from you.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to have me, and let me talk a little bit about what great things are going on at Cambridge.
Kind of this time of the year, you're kind of gearing up for the holiday breaks, I would assume.
Yeah, it's amazing when you start to think about the school year. It seems like it just started, but we're a little bit more than a fourth of the way through the year.
That's amazing.
And, we just got through Halloween, and parent-teacher conferences are dialing up this week, and then we'll get into Thanksgiving break, Deer Day, and our holiday break.
We talked about Deer Day.
Deer Day is an interesting date for all of us to take the day off, but the data doesn't lie that the kids in our area they like to hunt deer. And most schools in our area take that Monday off. So yeah, it's amazing that we're talking about the holiday season.
I know, but it's upon us.
Seeing the Dickens characters out. Our football team last weekend and some of us with the Lions Club came into town and helped put all those out.
That's
neat activity for our kids to give back to the community. But it kind of hit me that, boy, the Dickens characters are coming out and the lights lit up at the courthouse, and it's that time of year.
Yeah, Christmas is almost here, but you wanted to talk about some upcoming events that you have going on.
Yeah, I want to talk about an activity coming up at Cambridge High School, but also give some recognition to the hardworking folks. Tom Snyder and Bill Kafuri, Cambridge guys. Several years ago, there was a need in the district before I was here as a superintendent. They came in talking about a career fair and helping students connect in high school, not just the academics, but what are you going to do when you grow up? Conversation. These high school students, that's a real conversation for them, especially those juniors and seniors who are extremely close to that. I got to experience that career fair last year. Actually was one of the presenters, did a presentation on school administration, and they bring back an alumni to talk to the students about careers and a little bit about their path. But I think that it's good for our community to know there are many businesses out there that are strategically picked by a committee of Cambridge High School staff and led by Tom and Bill, who come together multiple times during the fall and plan this event, and it'll happen here later in November, where all of our students at Cambridge High School will get to experience 2 or 3 different careers for about an hour and truly get a glimpse of what that career looks like from somebody who works in that field. And it's a tremendous undertaking for these individuals to schedule an event like this, but it's extremely important and it's extremely valuable that we're not just talking about academic connections with our students, but we need to do more things like the career fairs, and then also continue that conversation about how do we connect our kids to what's going on in business and industry.
I think that's important because not all the kids are going to go on to college. A lot of them will go out into the workforce, and they need to know what's available.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's my perspective on that is one. Having worked in the Career Center as long as I did, 13 or 14 years that I was there, but also coming from a blue collar, we would talk before we came on set. I worked in the fire and EMS industry for a while. I've worked in several different industries, not just in education. I've chosen that more academic route, but we've got to make sure in education that we're doing what we can to prepare students academically in a manner, though, that gives them that skill set that they can choose. And they need to know that there's more than just a 4-year degree out there. And you can be successful without a 4-year degree.
You sure can.
But we also need to make sure that we're planning and preparing those students who are going to go on for those 4-year degrees. And sometimes I think we've strayed away from that in different facets of society, that the only way to be successful in living in Guernsey County is to have that 4-year degree. And absolutely that's not true. And I think that career fair helps give an overview of many different jobs, including 4-year degree type jobs, but also those trade and industry jobs.
Okay, you're kind of excited about bringing some programs back again.
Yeah, absolutely. We went through the redistricting, and we've talked about that several times on set when we rearranged our elementary schools and did some things from the financial standpoint. But one of the aspects that I've talked about several times with many different people is we're looking for that opportunity to improve financially, or at least stay stable financially. But how do we improve educationally at the same time? It just can't be cut for finances. It needs to be improved educationally as well. So when we went through this reorganization, we aren't able to get many of these programs back in a full-time capacity, and that is the ultimate goal, is to get these programs back full-time and to increase the amount of programs. But this school year we were able to bring back the choir in a part-time manner. That's huge. Our community, in the last year and a half, it's one of the things that many of our community members have talked to me about is we have to find a way to bring performing arts back to Cambridge City Schools. So we brought back our choir program part-time. They sang the alma mater at a home football game a couple of weeks ago. Just that was great for people to hear in our community, and just great for our kids in that program. We brought back our industrial arts program. It's just a period a day because that's all at this point that we can staff it. Want to bring it back in a bigger, larger capacity. brought back our CBI program, which is the old OWA program for those students who have barriers to them being successful for whatever reason, can't be at a school for the entire day, bringing back a modified schedule for them. We're modifying our health and physical education classes, your gym classes, to a health and wellness program. We've got 2 teachers at the high school who really are taking charge of that program and reworking what does gym and health class look like at the high school, because it looks different today. It must look different today than it looked before. That helps integrate our athletes into getting their weightlifting for their after-school activity. So it's blending during the school day and after school day programs, but also just benefits students in general, even if they're not on an athletic team, just that concept of health and wellness.
Okay, we've got less than a minute. Maybe just expanding on that, it's got to be good for the community because they see these programs coming back, and that means that there is more stability. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our community needs to see that we're not just recognizing our challenges that we have in the district, but we're taking some steps to overcome those challenges. We can throw up a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons why we don't do certain things, but we also have to create solutions to some of those problems. We do not have those issues solved, and bringing those programs back, it's not solved because they're not back full time. Not enough kids are taking advantage of them. We can't provide all the resources that we want to provide them to be truly successful. But taking that step is more than just throwing up an excuse for why we don't have them. It's showing that we're ready and willing to take some steps to crack them.
Well, we're out of time. We never got to everything on the list, but we'll get to that when you come back.
Absolutely.
Dan Coffman, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
And we're going to be back to wrap it up right after this.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
That's going to do it for this edition of Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to our guests, Dr. Bill Kumler, Roberta Holmes, Jane Moore, and Dan Coffman. The Cambridge Main Street Christmas Parade will be December 25th in downtown Cambridge. The City Band Concert is the next day, Sunday, December 26th at the Scottish Rite Auditorium. And there's going to be a ton of activities coming up that you can watch on Cambridge Cable Channel TV 2 and Facebook and YRP-TV and Adam's backyard and his house. And that's exactly right. So make sure you check it out. For producer-director Adam Green and Perry Bronich, we'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
and personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the classic difference. The classic difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the classic difference for yourself.